So I recently came back from Egypt. It was a really good trip, and I wanted to share something with you about the pyramids in Giza. Um, and it's something I didn't know, which I bet most of you don't know either. The first pyramid ever built was the step pyramid in Saqqara. Um, the pyramid in Saqqara is not really the kind of pyramid that you think about when you think of the three that most of us visit. There are actually 9 at that site, 3 large ones and 6 small ones. But the question, which I am guessing most of you don't know the answer to, which I didn't know the answer to, is which is the first ever successful pyramid in the style of the 3 pyramids in Giza, not a step pyramid like Saqqara. And the answer, actually, surprisingly, isn't one of the 3. About several miles, maybe 6 to 8 miles south of there is an area called Dashur. And Dashur has pyramids built by Snefru, who is the pharaoh. He's the father of Khufu, who built the largest of the 3 pyramids of Giza. So his father is Snefru, and he was a major innovative pharaoh. And he's the one who wanted to experiment with building a pyramid that slopes in the same way as the 3 pyramids do. He actually experimented 3 times. The first experiment was a complete failure. You can look it up. The second one also didn't work very well. It looks like a kind of a misshapen pyramid. And he insisted and persisted, and the third attempt actually succeeded. And so the first pyramid is quite large. It's almost as wide as Khufu, not quite as high, and it is usually referred to as the Red Pyramid. I don't think there's any good reason to call it the Red Pyramid. People say that it looks kind of red at sunset, but so do all the others. The stone color is pretty much the same as all the others. But it's just, for whatever reason, it's referred to as the Red Pyramid, and it's in Dashur. It's quite large, and surprisingly, that is the first successful pyramid after an impressive, persistent effort, and third try is when he actually got it, and he ended up, I believe, being buried in that pyramid. And had he not persisted, he would have been buried in a more standard burial, what they call a mastaba. So first successful non-step pyramid is Snefru's Red Pyramid, and next time I go, I'd love to see it. I didn't know about this before the trip. So, and this kind of brings me to a point I wanted to share, which is, for anybody who is at all connected to Egypt, I'm originally Egyptian, and I come from Egypt, and I grew up there as a child. And for anyone who is Egyptian or is connected with Egypt, it's kind of a shame that we know very little about ancient Egyptian history. It is the first civilization known to man on Earth, and there were many things that happened there that were firsts in the whole world. One of them, obviously, is the pyramid. Stone building in general is another significant first. But I am 42 years old, and only now am I really actually trying to learn about this stuff. I started with the Great Courses. There is, if you have an Audible membership, there is one of the Great Courses available through Audible. If you have an Audible, it's free through Audible. If you have an Audible membership, it doesn't even cost you an Audible credit. And it's about 45 lectures or so that are 30 minutes long, and I love the lectures. I love the professor who teaches them. He's an Egyptologist from New York, and it's really worth the time and effort to learn about this stuff. It's truly fascinating, and you'll learn things like what I just shared about the first ever pyramid, which surprisingly, like, people who live in Egypt don't hear about and don't know about. Most people I talk to about this, they had never heard about it before, and I certainly haven't. So it's quite significant. Next time I would certainly want to visit the very first successful pyramid. All right, hope this was interesting and helpful. Cheers.